Coach, obviously, emotions are incredibly high. You guys are going to Dayton again.
Yeah.
I mean, what's it like at this point? I mean, obviously, you're still shaking.
Yeah.
Has it set in yet?
It really hasn't. I'm just trying to digest everything right now to try to figure out what just happened. All I know is I asked for these guys to step up in a very, very tough situation, and they did just that. They believed in each other. They believed in what our message was, and they got it done.
Absolutely. And Coach, it would be an understatement to say that you are fired up right now. You're more than fired up. You're ready to go to the state championship. We talked earlier this season extensively about how we were, going championship or bust.
Yep.
What is that sentiment like now?
Honestly, it's just very rewarding to know that we're going down there. And to be honest with you, you're the first one that brought it up about championship or bust, and that's been our motto all year. We went down to flying to the hoop. I said it in one of our videos that Steven Spencer does, that I drove around in the morning to go get coffee, and I just kept looking at the arena saying, I got to be back. I got to be back. And sometimes I don't think people realize, and I think our players are starting to buy into this, that when you have that type of mentality, thank you, when you have that type of mentality and you make yourself believe it, it happens.
Without a doubt. And Coach, let's talk about some player performances tonight. Yeah. Obviously, your big guys. Braden Gross, he had about 24. I mean, this guy, 19 in the first half. Were you trying to set him up as much as possible once you realized that he was getting going?
Yeah, we knew if their big was willing to come out, I didn't think that he could guard him on the perimeter, and I think that's what happened. But Braden, not only is he a great player, but he's relentless. So even when he misses, he has an opportunity to get his rebound, and I'm really, really proud of his effort tonight.
Without a doubt. And, Bo has 10. I mean, making threes when it matters most. I mean, what's going through your head when he makes that three to cut it back to 2?
There's been a lot of work put in by Bo through the years, and to say that's in his blood would be an understatement. I'm just really proud of his leadership. The way he came out and set the tone, the way he got others involved, the big shot in the corner, and the relentless communication in the huddle. When we were down 9, I basically told him, I said, let's write another chapter. And he looked at me and smiled at me, and I knew at that point that we were going to be all right.
Without a doubt, Coach. Avery Andrechik started the year as a starter. Now he's really worked his way into the rotation as a sixth man. What type of progression have you seen from him after you made him into that role?
Avery's a hell of a player. Unfortunately, a lot of these guys are just on a really good team, senior-laden team, even other guys that are on the bench. So I feel terrible at times that we can't get them enough minutes that they deserve. But Avery had his calling tonight. I don't know what he played, probably 20 minutes tonight, and he just did a hell of a job of filling the gap for us defensively and offensively when it mattered the most.
Without a doubt. And Coach, Marcus Johnson, an Ohio Mr. Basketball finalist for the second year in a row. He's only a junior. He's also a coach's kid. What similarities did you see between him and his dad's relationship between you and Bo?
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine how special it is. Obviously, Marcus is going to have a very, very long career. We all saw that tonight. I think since he has another year left, I'd be more than happy to let Sonny be the head coach of Louisville and bring Marcus over with the way he played. I'll be honest, we had no answer for him. Ohio State is getting one hell of a player. That kid is so poised, so good, a team player. I just can't say enough about the way all those kids from Garfield Heights played. It was a very classy game, and I think Sonny does an outstanding job. It's a shame that anybody had to lose, to be honest with you.
100%. And now just one more question before I let you off the hook. You're going to Dayton. Emotions are really higher than ever. I asked you that to open. Yeah. I'm going to ask you it to close. I mean, if you had to give one sentence.
1 second.
If you had to give one sentence to describe how much your team has fought through this season to get to this point, what would you say?
The program. That's it. The program.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Yep.
Thank you.